Hello and welcome back to Inquisitor Martyr. Last time we wrapped up the questline for at least one Chaos Undivided questline dealing with the Alpha Legion, and now we have to, well, we're going to start the Harbingers of Hate bit and assist in the defense of a Tempestus Citadel.
Some time here, for reasons which are classified now. These silent, empty corridors were unsettling back then, and they are still unsettling now. It's always a pleasure to share old memories with you.
So, not even really sure where to go. Like, if I remember correctly, the Tempestus Ions are effectively just... they're kind of like Inquisitorial Stormtroopers. They're an Inquisitorial regiment or unit of just standard infantry. I always find it kind of funny.
Ventured deep into our sanctuary. They are wearing the iconography of the Tempestus Legion.
Just because it's like, oh, we have this inquisitorial retinue, effectively, of troops. And the whole thing is, Inquisitors can pretty much requisition anything they want. Like, they can just go up to anybody and be like, hey, I'm an agent of the Holy Ordos, give me that. So it's just, it seems kind of funny to be like, oh, well, we have our own military. It's like, you could just jack a military from anybody. But it makes sense that they would have a standing military on their stations just to make sure everything's safe, because otherwise it's kind of pointless to be like, oh yeah, we have no defenses, but we can have people come in to clear it out once it goes wrong. I'm trying to think, probably after this questline... yeah, after this questline, I'll do Drukhari Menace, continuing on a bit and doing something about it. A lot of them are just... they're kind of like... they're almost random gen in a sense. Because what it'll be is like, oh, this is happening, what else? And that says, oh, okay, well, if you do this, it's gonna cause these casualties. And then I get a mission, then I come back and it's like, hey, you successfully did this. But these casualties were sustained and the chance of success, you know, increases or decreases. My reward changes. And it's not that interesting, honestly. Since it's mostly just reading and making a decision and then doing a little fight here.
We don't have time for chat. Stay where you are. I will be there soon.
Yeah, I was recently looking at stuff, and apparently I didn't really keep up on the Indomitus. I think it was the box set that was including not Space Marines, the Primaris Marines, and Necrons, and apparently people were scalping those for tons, like to the point where just the general sales for that box set caused Games Workshop's like stock value to spike.
Reloading.
which kind of surprises me, but also doesn't. With how hyped up that set was, I'm not surprised that stock value increased because everybody wanted it.
Pain is salvation.
Okay, that brought that much attention. It's like, here's a model, and everybody's like, oh yay, you know, my army can use this, or oh, I have no use for this. But providing what would normally be kind of a cheaper option to get Primaris Marines, I can see the intrigue and interest from people.
Pain is salvation.
I don't know how it would be done, but I'd really like to see like an alternate game mode that's more than just one. Everybody just being like, okay, it's my army versus your army, and that's it. And I think if we're 3 different armies fighting each other, you'd have to have a plus, like I said before, more terrain.
Thanks to the Emperor, you made it! There is no time to lose. The data vault is just a stone's throw away.
Never mind, Tech Priest. Lead the way, Archivist. Don't interfere, just stay alive.
I like the guy kind of T-posing here. But yeah, I just thought it was funny, like, the stock value. I can't imagine, you know, Games Workshop is now going to see, like, massive growth because investors are suddenly intrigued. I genuinely don't imagine that happening. I mean, that would likely pull in people into every kind of wargaming, because it'd be like, oh, if this one's doing well, maybe others can if we give them money.
We are here. No sign of the traitors. Could be good news, or dire news. This is regretful. According to the last guard who entered through this door a while ago, the archive might be compromised. The Emperor may be with you, Inquisitor.
Another lackey for the false Emperor. Your so-called Holy Order is weak and negligent. Now prepare to die.
I'm always ready for the final sacrifice, traitor. But this is not my day to die. It's yours.
Said it before, I'll say it again, I really hate that they pull you in so that you can talk to a guy and just get lit up by everyone in the room. I get it, you know, you want to have your dramatic, oh, Black Legion man wants to speak kind of deal, but it's really stupid being like, hey, here's some unmitigatable damage because of just the sheer number of guys who are going to open fire on you.
And yet, I wonder, such precision, and such a great effort only to sabotage our work. There must be more behind this. Just as I feared, this attack was only a distraction before the full-scale invasion.
Yeah, it would be cool to see the wargaming hobby as in general get an expansion. You can get more attention and more money coming in, but I can't see it expanding all too much, given the general... the money and time sink that it entails. So I think its growth is... it's always going to suffer from stunted growth compared to, like, I mean, literally anything else. Don't want to leave yet. I want to just knock all these guys out and see if there's any chests. I don't think there is. Otherwise we would have likely seen them already. But there's always hope of something dropping. This was also pretty quick, honestly. Not too surprising though, since it's like the first mission of this little story arc. I haven't heard anything about Season 3 of this though. Still holding out for Tzeentch. Or orcs. Orcs would be cool. But that is all for now. If you like this episode, please make sure to hit the like button. It helps out the channel a lot. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.